Ding, ding. Hit it. Hey, how are you, Lauren?
Good. Say hi to everybody.
I thought we didn't run the intro, sweetie.
We haven't. Always before.
How's everyone doing? Hello.
Well, Wednesday.
Oh my.
I just
How's
put an
everybody
intro.
doing?
We don't have an intro.
The thing we run at the beginning.
Oh, the countdown.
Yep, that's what I meant. How's everybody doing? Good? Great. How are you, Lauren?
I'm good.
What's new?
It's just Wednesday.
Yep. Wednesday's a great day. It's a wonderful day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, guys. You want to do the roll call?
You could do it.
No, you do it, Lauren.
What are you looking at? Something's at your door?
No, I'm looking at the TV to see what the he conceitedly Zeldin.
Oh, Edwin Geminis, how are you? Del Strain, Adama, Jane Perry, Johnny Wad, Collins Avenue, Steve, Mobland. Good people. We got some good people in here.
Yep, we got great people.
And it's going to be a great day for Joe.
Why is it going to be a great day?
Oh, just one of those days, I could tell.
Yeah? Well, how do you know it's going to be a good day? You don't know what my plans are.
Okay.
Do you?
What do you mean?
Thank you, Teresa. Want to thank everybody for sending me the birthday wishes. Now, I know we're a family, but moving forward, I'm closing in on 50. So, birthdays become the worst days. So, what do you do on your birthday, Lauren? Are you
I
into like big celebrations or?
I go on vacation every year for my birthday.
Oh, now Seth Squatch. So anyway, I like this kid. He's got a show. Somehow I got involved in this chat. He has a show, Seth Squash. Actually, we should maybe drop his link. He's got a show, and Maddie was in there, Maddie Marinat. So I seen him. So I said, let me go in there. And him and his people they're from the country. They're like there are brothers from the South. So I thought that was cool. They were making fun of the way I speak my accent or whatever.
What do you mean? You got up on panel?
No. Not necessarily making fun of the way I speak, but I was listening to them, and they were like, they know we're from New York, so you know how it is. It's like the language barrier. It's not even a language barrier. It's just they the people from the South, like they were going over some of the words that they use down there. It was actually pretty cool how they combine words or use certain phrases that we wouldn't use, up here.
It's
But
like I think it says Squash. Are you like a little bit of like the Durkee verse or that? Wait,
that's
hold
where
on.
he is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yep, yep. But he's a cool dude. He was, I subscribed to the channel. I was in the chat or whatever.
Or the Worky verse.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure which one it
I'll
is.
find out.
Yep. So that's cool. He seemed like a very nice guy. Southern hospitality. So yeah. So Del Strain, right?
Your
What
dogs are
happened?
barking.
What?
Your dogs are barking.
Yeah, Del Strain, he came on the show the other night, right? But there's a fake one going around, I think. Do you know about that, Lauren? Did you hear anything about that?
If there's a fake Del strain,
Yeah.
I'm hearing that there's a fake Del strain, but
Wasn't he asking for a wrench or was that someone else? The last show we did.
no, I
Someone
think
was
that's
asking for a
David.
wrench.
David, there was a fake David or something.
Oh, David Cameron, that's what it
A
was.
lot
Yeah,
of fake.
yeah. Yeah, the fake David, that's it. Yep. So I guess everybody has a evil twin on this in YouTube. So and what else is going on, Lauren?
You tell me.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Mm. Hey, Aegon, how are you?
Hello.
So what's going on? There's no Jets game on this weekend. It's a bye week. You don't hear me? I guess it's a dead end, Alan Blue. What's up, Andrea Fattel? You don't hear me? Or you just not saying nothing?
No, Teresa. No going out to dinner. No, 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 no. Going out to dinner. It's my 47th birthday. I mean, I don't know. Where am I going to go to Weight Watchers for dinner? I'll probably go somewhere maybe this weekend. I don't know. If Lauren decides she wants to take me to a fancy restaurant, maybe I'll go. They have any nice restaurants by you? Lauren?
What do you mean? I have a
Like
whole.
finer dining, like Italian and shit like that.
Well, there's that busy Main Street with everything you could think of on it.
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, come to think of it, I would like to go to one of those places. That seems like it's pretty cool over there. Thank you, James Lund. Who
Over
is
the
Alan Blue?
Alan Blue, I was told by somebody that it was D. Allen Brocklips, but since D. Allen Brocklips is no longer with us, the person who told me it was Alan Blue must have been mistaken. Alan Blue was the one that kept talking about Vinny with
No, I
that.
know exact. No, I know who he is. I just can't believe that he showed his face in the chat.
Well, there's no face, it's just an avatar.
Yeah, because you know what happened, Alan Blue? Like maybe your memory's a little fucked up. Maybe you're not thinking right, Alan Blue. Because remember what happened, Alan Blue?
They're the one that came at Vinny Bracco and
No, that's
called
the
him
one
a
that said,
scammer.
Joey, I'll bet you $1,000 that he can't prove that St. Jude's thing that he donated the money. He bet me $1,000, Alan Blue. And you want to know what he did? Vinny showed proof, about as much proof as you could show through a computer screen, okay? And what Alan Blue do? Oh, it's fake, it's this, it's that. So really, Alan Blue, you made a bet with someone and you didn't hold up your end of the bargain, homie. Not good around here, my friend. Not good around here, Alan Blue. You welch on bets? Is that what you do?
Did you miss Vinny putting up the proof?
No, he saw it. He thought it was fake, though. Right, Alan Blue? It was fake. So, but he bet. That was the thing. Like he bet. So you bet someone, right? He showed the proof. Now I don't know. The minute you saw the proof, you said it was bullshit. But why'd you bet the money? Because honestly, I don't give a fuck about $1,000. Well, you don't do that shit. You don't say, "Oh, I'll bet you XYZ," and then you lose the bet and you change the subject or you disappear.
What's up, the end you?
Around here, okay, around here, the neighborhood where I live and the people that I deal with and the old man I had, that's one thing you do is you pay your motherfucking bets. Okay? Now you were dumb enough to say, hey, I'll bet you $1,000 he doesn't come up with it. Well, guess what? The fucker came up with it. Now, whether it's real or if he produced something, but you just fucking, oh, it's fake. Come on. Come on, man. Seriously. You crucify the guy, then he shows something, which, okay, the whole point is, okay, why were you crucifying the dude? Because look, I could hold up a piece of paper that says St. Jude's $1,000, but there's not much I could do. There's not much I could do over a computer screen. So why were you breaking the guy's balls? So you torture the guy, he shows proof, and then you say it's fake. Good. Thank you, Alan Blue. Thank you, Mr. Blue. Very nice of you, Mr. Blue. But anyway, whatever. So my advice to you is, Alan Blue, don't bet him ever. Do not bet.
He was always busted. Always under all your
If
videos.
the guy makes a bet, should he pay the bet if he loses?
He probably can't produce $1. How's he going to produce $1,000?
Yeah, he could produce $1,000 like Vinny Green could produce $1 million. Yeah,
Chuck's
that
in
whole
the chat.
situation wasn't cool. That whole situation really wasn't cool with Vinny because Like, he did take a lot of heat. He was tortured over it.
Well, tortured's a big word. I don't think he was.
Yeah.
He took a lot of abuse, but torture is like, I mean,
A
do you
lot
think?
of abuse.
Yeah, you think Vinny like was up at night worrying about it? I don't think so. It bothered him because he wouldn't steal from children with cancer. To be accused of stealing from children with cancer, that's a horrible accusation.
Right. But here's the thing. What you don't realize is, I didn't even realize he's doing the St. Jude's thing again, right?
I believe so, yep.
I don't think anybody gave him $1. Now, why do you think that is?
Look who's in chat. Charles Murphy. Chuck's in chat.
Hey, Chuck.
I'll drop the link if you or Teresa want to come up.
Yeah,
or
Charles
the
Murphy could come up. Yeah, Charles Murphy could come up.
Inju's in chat too.
Yeah, but the problem is they'll strain. If you know it's true, you shouldn't give a fuck. Is that the real Del Strain?
I believe so.
Because the Del Strain that I saw on the computer seems like he has a little bit of a brain. I don't know if this guy. What do you mean? What if it's true? It's YouTube. They tortured the guy on YouTube. Every time he did a show, people were in the chat taunting him and doing all this shit. So you know it's true. It's no big deal. No, it actually is a big deal. But you don't have a show, so you don't know how vicious the people could be. That you have all these people in your chat when you're trying to do a show saying you're a thief, you did this, sending messages, emails, this, that. But you're just supposed to let that go. You're supposed to say, you know what? You don't believe me? That's fine. I'm going to continue doing my show. I got 12 people in my chat right now, but I'm cool.
All right. I'm going to show you somebody who, wait, where'd they go?
Get this book, MobTube Chronicles.
Perfect. Because look at this person right here, Bill Jordan. I've stuck up for this guy. I've stuck up for Bill Jordan with a certain incidents with him being accused of calling somebody's mother. Right now, our friend Josie is being dragged because of this book. She's being dragged, and this asshole is sitting there participating in that shit. That pisses me off. This Bill Jordan. Because when this Bill Jordan is in chats participating in people dragging Josie over her book. And we've sat here on this channel and I've stuck up for his ass when he was accused of calling somebody's freaking mother. I think he was being dragged on the internet for calling Tony Pizza's mother. And I said, Bill Jordan would never fucking do that ever. He would never call Tony Pizza's mother. He was being dragged and slandered. Now he's sitting in that chat over there as Josie's being dragged for the shit she wrote in that book. That's the first book. There's the MobTube Chronicles are going to be a couple of series, okay? So she is writing on what was going on in the beginning. Wait for the ending before you drag her for her book. Because in the beginning of her book, certain people weren't acting a certain way. Maybe the ending is a happy ending where everybody gets along. But this Bill Jordan wants to sit in the chat as people are dragging her about her book. When his ass was being dragged and slandered for calling Tony Pizza's mother, now he's up Tony Pizza's fucking ass. I cannot stand people like that.
So is this Bill Jordan?
This Bill Jordan, yep. I see him sitting over there with wrenches. Yeah, he's participating in chats where our friend Josie's
doing in here. Bye, Bill. Get rid of Bill. Seriously, you did that? You attacked Josie for what reason?
I don't know. Tony Pizza's not happy with what was written in the book about her.
Oh, wait.
Tony Pizza's not happy about what
world goes around. Okay, so all right then. Well, there it is then. Tony Pizza's upset.
Right.
Tony Pizza's upset. Well, I don't
So
know. Maybe it's the shit that Tony Pizza did that he's unhappy about it being written in the book.
in the beginning, he was calling her all sorts of N-word and all sorts of
It's
stuff.
amazing.
And then
It's amazing. It really is
as
amazing.
of like before the book came out, Josie forgave Tony and they were getting along. So if she's writing the first part of the Chronicles, how she felt and how she was treated by him, that's what happened. Okay, me and Josie got into some fights on the internet too. We said some shit to each other back and forth. That might come up in the book. Am I going to go at Josie if she puts that in the book? No, because that's what happened at that time. But by the end of the book, it's going to say that we all made up and got along. That's how it's going to end. Who's loyal to each other? Who had each other's backs? Who were the good people on here? That's what's going to come out in the end. But because chapter 1 didn't start out the way, or what is that? That's not chapter 1, because the first series didn't start out. We were all a little rocky going at each other. We all had to find out where everybody stood. But, now she's being dragged because Tony Pizza doesn't like the way he was portrayed in the book. And this stand-up guy who wasn't even around back then is sitting there reading her book online and laughing at her.
No, but Tony Pizza likes the way he was fucking portrayed on that fucking Netflix show.
The Bad Vegan.
Bro, okay, I might be a leaf blower. You could call me the Mexican. You could call me gay-8. You could call me whatever you want. You look like a motherfucking... I don't even know what to... The way you looked on that show, I would be... The producers... I'd look to kill one of the producers, okay? They did not make you look good, homeboy. You look like a straight up fucking clown on there with fucking makeup on and some fucking chain. I don't know what was that, a bicycle fucking chain around his neck?
Maltese cross. Because Maltese, Sicilian, same thing. Maltese, Sicilian, same thing. Backseat Jimmy, I like your avatar. Go ahead, Charles. Yeah, because we're talking crap. Sorry, Charles.
Yeah. I know.
We got into it for a second. I got a little upset. But we could change the subject and talk about baseball cards. Ryan Murphy.
You know what's been bothering me? Here's what's been bothering me, okay? Is I do not give a fuck. Rob Jean, what's up, man? Sorry, I seen you earlier. I got to get in touch with you. Get in touch with me. I'm sorry. I don't know. My head's up my ass. But anyway, I don't know how people, okay, like people that are friends of mine, okay, not YouTube friends. You know what? I'm not even going to get into it because it's a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of time. But like I said, I'm just going to say this, okay? If you're in this chat, okay, cool. If you're in this chat, okay, and I find out, okay, and this isn't a threat, I really don't give a fuck. Really don't care. It's not a threat. I see someone partaking in the fucking with someone's channel, okay? Like the sit down girl or Tony Pete or FBI, okay? And you think you're just gonna waltz over here and be like, "What up, babe?" Nah, keep it moving. You better have a good fucking explanation. You cannot like that cocksucker and like this over here. It's impossible. Yankees for life. What up, man? It's impossible.
What's up, Yankees for life? Hey, B1.
It's impossible. If you're
I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Josie, if you're going to be part of shows that diss people that we like or that I personally like an Angel or an MRE or a Maddie Marinade or Josie, okay? If you're in those people's chats, that's cool.
Hey, Carol.
But you got to live with them. Yeah. You ain't fucking waltzing over here. And there's probably some people in here right now, people that I like. But no. No. You got to go. Seriously. Because you know what? You ain't rolling. You ain't going over there and coming over here. And that's just how it is. And I don't care if there's 3 fucking people, because I really don't care if I have 3 people. Because it's not little beef anymore. This shit was taken to a different level now. It's not like just talking back and forth. I don't know how the fuck you could sit up on a channel and claim that you're my friend and listen to someone disrespect me and my people and be like, "Oh, I'm your boy, but what? I can't listen to that show?" You could listen to the show, but you ain't my friend at that point. I don't know, because I don't like sitting there, okay, listening to people talk about people that I like and could just be like, "Oh, that's great." Not happening anymore. And there's 50 people right here. There could be 2 tomorrow. I really don't care.
Look who's on the screen, though. She's saying happy birthday.
Hi, Christina. Hi, Christina. Because it's that I don't get it. Like, I don't get how someone could tell me, like, "Oh, yeah, I was listening to XYZ yesterday and he was talking about you." And what'd you do?
Yeah, but we don't want them to do anything, though. What did we want him to do? Jump on the panel? Because we've had a friend who jumped on every panel, and we didn't want them to do that, and we got blamed for that stuff. I mean,
No,
but
it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with. No. What did you do? What, you're going to jump through the screen and choke the guy?
yeah.
No, you sat there and listened? Okay.
Because that's what, I mean, I can't, there's tons of chats that my friends, and I'm not going to sit there and talk to those people, and I'm not going to sit and listen to somebody drag my friend on the internet.
I wish
my life is not that
channel was still up. If the Bay 8 channel was still up, you would see that on my first show, most of the people that were on the first show, you don't see them with Bay 8 anymore. Do you want to know why that is? Figure it out. Okay? If motherfucking El DeBarge / Richie fucking Valens wants to do a show fucking disrespecting me and her, and you want to be the personal caddy or the personal assistant, great. But you ain't calling me no more. We have nothing to talk about moving forward. It's as simple as that. That's exactly how simple it is, because it's not words anymore. If it was just words, it'd be great. Now, this shit is like, you know what? I'm going to call the job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to call CPS. I'm going to call the DEA. I'm going to call the FBI. I'm going to call this. I'm going to call that. Because what they're doing is that these people are running back, feeding them information. Like, how many pieces of shit from the FBI crew was listening to this fucking thing, reporting to them? Like, they're getting paid to do that. Like, they're doing fucking reconnaissance work for the fucking military.
It's weird.
Like, oh yeah, they said this. Blah, blah, blah. You say 2 syllables about someone. He's got someone in your chat listening, running back to him and saying, "Oh, he said XYZ." So now the only way to handle it is you're cut off. I can't even, I'm not smart enough to detect, like, all right, this guy's really my friend. Someone comes back to me and says, "Yo, this guy's over there moonlighting or whatever." Bye. Bye-bye.
And that's funny, because that's what that Bill Jordan used to do, to a point where I had to like restrict him for a while. Every single morning I wake up with him in my DMs telling me who talked about me, which show, what time stamp, the X, Y, and Z. And I cannot stand shit like that, because those are the shit stirs. They're in my DMs to tell me who's talking about me so that I go live, or I make a video, or I do something to go at that person, instead of them having the balls to sit there and make a channel and go at somebody themselves. The people who sit around and watch YouTube all day to see who talks about who so that they could DM, email, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it like a bunch of girls gossiping. And look at Sean's comment. It's your birthday. Let's talk happy things. That's right, Christina Ray.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the worms?
The thing is that this is not me being upset. I'm not upset. But we could talk about birthday stuff. I just had to get that out because, it's getting to a point right now where things like shit has to be tightened up more. Like the group has to be tightened up because there's a group, but there's these little people on the periphery, you know what I mean, that are kind of like moonlighting back and forth. Now it's just like up, close ranks. You can't be in two places. You could be in one or the other. It's as simple as that. Right. Because like Chicago Muscle, like they went after his kids.
They've been calling him
something that someone gave the kids names and this and that. Come on. Really? Because the truth of the matter is when you have okay, not when I have like people in the chat, I know I only got like 20, 30 people that like me. So when I'm up to 80 or 100, I know 40 of them are with the opposition. It's the way it is. It's just the way it is. Now, maybe if I put on some fake jewelry and got a fucking dragon as a fucking intro and I sat in a fucking cardboard fucking box and told people either you give me money or go fuck yourself, well, maybe then I'd have a show where I could make money. But unfortunately, I'm not at that point right now. So we could just keep it the way it is right now. Thank you, Maddie. We're doing boxing shows, Maddie. You're going to come on as a guest judge. You're going to love this thing we're going to set up soon. With the boxing, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. I mean, okay. People attack Teresa Murphy. That's it. Has she ever said anything bad about someone? Like, seriously. Me, I could handle the abuse. I deserve it. But Teresa Murphy, Teresa Murphy. No, not going to happen. So, Christina, why don't you come on, Christina?
I think she's driving to the pet store.
So let her put on the... Look, man, she doesn't have the camera in the car?
Well, if she's driving to the pet store, then she's got the kids with her, and they can't be on camera because you know what those girls that accidentally show their face on our show.
Yeah, so...
But let me know, Christina. If you're not, hit me up. Let me know. I'll send you the link.
Do you... Maddie, are we friends on Instagram? I don't even know. I got like 15 friends and I can't even keep track of that. Get in touch with me. I have an idea that me and another content creator are working on in conjunction with NB Productions Incorporated. And yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool.
Manny Marinara is your friend.
Yes.
He sent you some cool stuff, too. Look at this autographed Mickey Mantle #7 card. No way. And you never even looked at it. Yo, that's dope, bro. Okay, you did. What else? And he got the certificate of authenticity. I'm sorry I'm talking about your messages, but it doesn't sound like anything personal, Maddie. Usually I don't talk about what's in people's DMs, but certificate of authors, whatever.
Authenticity, yeah.
Authenticity, right. Yeah. He's messaged you.
Yeah. That's cool. So yeah, so I'll talk to you about that. We're gonna do boxing.
It's time to have some fun and ignore those people. For real.
No.
What do you mean? No, I think Joseph. Dot.
Must go
Like
with.
like I said, every once in a while we got to call people out and put them in their place. But like, I mean, we're on here really to have fun and hang out with our friends and laugh and stuff, not to turn around and be aggravated at those douchebags all the time.
It's never going to happen.
You're never gonna what? Laugh and have fun on here?
No, it's never going to not be what just happened. It's just, this is the life I lead. This is it.
I don't get it.
But this is normal for me.
Hey, Steven.
That's the thing. It's abnormal.
Daddy?
If I don't yell
Daddy?
throughout the day, something's wrong.
Yeah. Well, I think that
I went out to dinner the other night, and I don't know, someone took the cup too early. You know what I mean?
I'll never go there again.
Like the kid cleaned off the table before the kids were finished eating.
Yeah, right? But it was about what he said too.
Oh yeah. Right.
It wasn't even about him doing that. He could have apologized and said, "I'm sorry, what can I get you?" But then when he turns around and tells Joe, "What do you think? I got eyes in the back of my head?" Some little smart ass. Then the manager comes over and he's apologizing, and he's right though. The manager, you know what he said? He goes, "These kids are disrespectful. It's the way they're raised. These kids are not raised with any type of respect these days."
Johnny Mac, will you get yourself Johnny Mac? Will you get yourself a life, dude? Seriously. Get yourself a life. And Gay C. Remember Gay C? When you would talk to me and say like, hey, street guys like us. I'm not a street guy. Street guys like us. He considered me a street guy. But it's even funnier that he considers himself a street guy.
You want to know what's even funnier? Wait. This is because
thank you, Chuck.
Used to always talk about LCN. LCN this, LCN that. But he would be on Lee's panel a lot or in Lee's chat because him and Lee were like friends, kind of like internet friends, you would say. They're not real life internet friends. So I always thought that LCN was like Lee Cole News. Come to find out the whole time he's talking about being in La Costa Nostra, like he was in the mafia.
Right.
For real? I thought it just had something to do with Lee Cole's channel, like LCN. Like we're with the LCN. I really, the whole time, I literally thought it had something to do with like being on Lee Cole's panel and stuff like that. Nope. He claims that he's in La Costa Nostra, living in California while he lives at his mom's house. Christina went to go run to a couple stores. We'll see you later, Christina.
Network. That's pretty good. And he's in SlobTube or MobTube, but that's cool. Lee Cole Network, LCN. That's good.
Lee Cole News, Lee Cole Network. I thought it had something to do with Lee Cole's channel for real. Like, because you'd always be like LCN this, LCN that. And I always thought it had to do with something with like Lee Cole's channel, like something I was like some club I wasn't involved in. Like Lee didn't like let me in because I was like anonymous NB or whatever. I'm like, they got some group chat or something, and it's like Lee Cole News or like some newsletter they talk about something. I wasn't ever really sure what it was. It was just something I wasn't like invited in, but I didn't care because what do I need to be in a group chat with Gay C for? And turns out he was talking about being in La Costa Nostra. What does that mean?
Our thing. It's like, it's Italian. It means like our thing. Like, when the mafia, like our thing, it's like our thing. Like, I don't know the exact translation. I don't speak Italian, but it means like our thing. La Cosa Nostra. Like, you know what Omerta means? Omerta means get a tattoo on your forearm and hang out with every known fucking turncoat in America. That's what Omerta means. But, there's another thing of why I get upset. And it's easy, okay? It's easy for people to say, bro, calm down. Let it roll off your shoulder. That's great. But what winds up happening is, okay, so Angel has a show, and now people think it's okay to go after Angel's daughter. Okay? Now, people are going after Angel's daughter, and I'm not going to sit back. See, I didn't realize this. I found this out within a couple of days. I didn't realize this shit was happening because I'm like oblivious to what's going on because I'm not involved. But when you think about it, okay, no, it is a fucking problem. You know why it's a problem? Because pretty soon it's going to be my daughter and it's going to be her daughter. And it's easy to say, yo, when it's not your kid, don't worry about it. What are you getting hyped up for? But if it's your kid, that's an innocent kid that's getting abused by some low-life piece of shit. And I'm talking about like, these are like the lowest quality of people.
Thank you, Carol.
No, not on YouTube, like known to man. That's the problem. The problem is somebody's got to put their foot down, okay, and say, you know what? Yeah, it didn't happen to me, and it's not happening to me, but you know what? Nah, this shit ain't riding. This shit ain't going down like that. Because when it happens to your family, you know what you're going to do? You're going to get in your motherfucking car, and you're going to drive to fucking Queens, or you're going to drive wherever. It's very easy for me to sit back and say, okay. Why are you getting so upset? Why is it bothering you? I mean, calm down. Let it roll off your shoulder. Can Angel let it roll off her shoulder?
Her daughter's goes on to play Jeopardy. That's it. And because of some tape that FBS's wife did years ago, whatever, is swirling around, that has nothing to do with Angel. It has nothing to do with her daughter, number one. Number two. Number three, 90% of the internet in this community wouldn't know about this tape if the fat piggy wasn't talking about it, because he brings it up on his show. You know what I do when things like there was some accounts a while back that were underneath my videos using my child's first and last name. This is when I was first doxxed a long time ago. You know what I did? Deleted it and ignored it, because if I would have sat there like this, okay, let's say Del Strain was that account, putting it up on my screen and making a big deal about it, it's bringing attention to it. So all you people will know about it. All right. So if you don't want people to know about it, stop fucking talking about it. The more you bring attention to it, the more people are going to go look into it, and the more attention it's going to bring to it. So the more you talk about the shit your wife did on some videotape with some huge eggplant in her mouth as she's got mascara coming out of her fucking eyes, the more people are going to know about it.
Yeah, and the problem, see, I made a mistake because
it has nothing to do with Angel's daughter.
I've extricated myself from this whole thing. Okay, so I backed up. I'm not doing my part as someone who has a show. I'm just sitting back letting this shit happen. And the problem is now we can't, no. We can't let it happen. It's all hands on deck right now, because I'm telling you, it's okay right now. Everything's okay until it happens to your kid or your mom or your daughter or your son or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your grandmother or your grandfather. Then it's not okay.
Anything to be a victim. And he's probably the one that passed that tape around just so he can have attention and get some super chats out of it. That's exactly what probably happened.
I mean, do you understand that this Johnny Mac and this piece of shit code, they're going in people's chat and trying to say that Lauren's a racist? And I mean, how do you do that?
Well, now they're in a new community too, saying that Lee's a chomo and Chicago Muscle's a chomo. Put up the paperwork. At least when they call you a wife beater and somebody who doesn't pay your child support, they have the proof. The guy who has a wife that's biracial and kids that are biracial, and sat there and cheered on a guy who used the N-word for months and months and months and months and months. That's the guy who's calling us racist. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. The guy that was begging everybody, please tell MB to leave me alone. Leave me alone. He brought up my kid. If anybody's supposed to protect the kid, who's supposed to protect the kid? The mother. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make videos and make fun of your stupid ass.
Yeah, it's getting to, it's really getting to be enough is enough. When I heard this, like when I heard that, like Angel's daughter. Now,
no, but you don't want to know what else.
I've never seen her or her. I don't. Is she on the show?
She plays Jeopardy
like,
sometimes.
I've never seen her. I don't know what she looks like.
I don't
they're just going after kids now. They don't like you. They're gonna attack your kids.
Her daughter.
And that's why, look, man, a content creator, you can't fall back right now. You can't. You got to do something, because I'm telling you, it's just gonna come around to you and your people, and you're not gonna like it, and you're gonna be upset because you're gonna want your people backing you up. It appears that this side is getting muscled by those guys.
What do you mean? Or we're getting muscled.
They're imposing their will on it, and people are just falling out of the game. Like, I don't want no more of this. And these guys are actually like, they think they're winning something.
Well, you want to know what else is disgusting? And I don't care how much I hate somebody, right? They're making accounts that are making fun of Angel's brother who passed away when he was 12 years old. I believe he was 12.
Who would do that?
Right. So these people are coming into chats with accounts talking about a 12-year-old boy who passed away, and he's putting them up on screen and laughing at it. Anybody ever comes in here, I don't care how much I hate the person on the other side, you're getting banned right away. Nobody's going to come in here doxing. Nobody's going to come in here making fun of deceased family members, especially little kids, somebody's daughter, somebody's aunt, somebody's uncle, somebody's brothers, sisters, stepsons, mothers, aunts, brothers. Like, that's how sick. What kind of, I would never think. Now, when I first started the internet, and this when I was in that community with the chicks, I would have never, ever thought in a million years that I would have to have a private Facebook, because I would have to worry about somebody coming and taking a picture of my child and putting it on Twitter or something. I would never think that grown adults would do something like that. Never in a million years. To the fact that I had to take down my Facebook because I don't want to share pictures of my children with somewhere that any of you strangers can search. You would never think that grown adults would make accounts to talk crap about a 12-year-old who passed away. Ever. A grown adult. These people, there's something not right with them. There's something not right.
And I'm just going to say this, and you guys could hate me for this.
Same to Carol. I erased so much, and I made it private.
The flip-flop and that shit has to stop. It really has to stop. Because if people are going to get involved in this, okay? And, like, if people are going to throw their hat in the ring for the good cause, okay? You can't throw your hat in the ring and say, all right, let's knuckle up, let's do this. And then a week later, that person is on your show.
That's not, how can anybody take that? How can anybody
right now? That's the only thing that has me leery right now is that right there. That a week later, you'll be on shows with these people.
That's why I told you, you got to know people. That's why I told you, you got to know people a long time, because people turn like that. Like, how can anybody take that Hep C Mac kid serious? First, he was Pizza's friend. Then he went after Piggy. Then he went after Tony. Then he was friends with the Pizza. Then he's going at Piggy again. Then he's going at every single person that he was cool with Lee, and then he's going at Lee. He has not one friend that he started with. I could tell you that all my people over here, unless they flipped and went to the other side, all the people over here that I started with, I'm still cool with. There's the same group of us who've had the same beliefs, and we stuck to our guns, and we haven't flipped, and we haven't turned on any of our friends. Or YouTube friends, I mean. You know what I mean? There's people on here that I consider like real life friends. There's a small few that I talk to on the phone, or that I'll meet, whatever. But I mean, Joe's channel, look at all the people that went through your channel that left you.
Well,
what?
See, the thing is this. Well,
I see. I'm gonna
Who
stick up for
left?
Steven. I'm gonna stick up for
Who left?
Steven with certain things. Steven
Who left?
left. I'm gonna stick up for Steven with the sense that Steven.
Steven left, and Steven's a great guy, and I love Steven.
Yes.
I love him.
Right. That's what I'm
I'm
saying,
not
Steven.
mad at him.
You also I mean,
There
at that
is
point you weren't
no
feeling good, and you stopped
way
doing
on
YouTube too.
God's green earth you will ever see me do a show with Steven. Ever.
Wait, with Steven or going at Steven?
No. Do a show again with Steven on.
Oh.
I'm not going to go at Steven. I like him.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
No, but where's Ryan?
Vinny was a different situation.
You and Vinny were always still friends.
Vinny didn't do anything to me.
No.
Vinny didn't do anything. Vinny didn't abandon me. He didn't run out on me. He didn't do anything. Vinny was being Vinny. But the problem is, like, people don't understand. If you're going to be friends with Bay 8th, there's a certain way you have to carry yourself. Okay? And what I mean by carry yourself is, okay, if you are a friend in the flesh, that I could shake your hand, okay? Someone is doing a show disrespecting Bay 8th, and you're my friend, and I find out that you were listening to that show, or like, for example, stand-up guy and Tony Pizza. If I find out that someone that I shake hands with, or someone that I know, okay, listens to their show, they become a mirage to me. You're not going to see me around them. It's just not going to fucking happen. Not going to happen.
What's up, Gerard? I was in Disney like 2 weeks ago.
You understand what Josie did with this book? This is like some fucking real shit right here. This is not like, like some bullshit that was put together. This is like a book. This is like a book that you would, like you would see from like Random House or Simon & Schuster or Macmillan Publishers. Like this is the real deal. Now you got to understand one thing about this book. This is Josie's viewpoint. This is just how it is. This is what she sees. She's writing about it. So technically, if she wrote something not so, like you don't find it to be like appealing to you, well, maybe you need to look in the mirror. Because from what I'm reading, is she's all right. The only thing that I would say that's not really true in this book is I'm the Don Juan of MobTube. No, I'm not the Don Juan. Sports and sneaker fanatic, hothead, passionate. Yeah. So, but I can't be mad at her. This is how it is. I mean, this is what she sees. But I'm telling you, this is really impressive. Like, I don't think the people realize that's why they're disrespecting her.
Joe, that's her first impression of you. That's how in her eyes, that's how she saw you, though.
No,
that's the first impression.
I'm joking. I know. I'm joking.
I know. But like, even like, it's not how you start; it's how you finish. So people are mad because she might have wrote about the way she perceived you a year ago, whatever, when you first came into this community, and you called her the N-word and all sorts of racial terms, and you attacked her endlessly. Well, how about why don't you finish off good and learn from it and be a better person? Me and Josie fought too. We went at it. We've talked about it. She's done some shit to me. I've said some shit to her. I don't want to say Josie's done some shit to me. That I said that wrong. She said some shit to me. I've said some shit to her. Right? So if she wrote that in the beginning of the book, I'm going to be mad at her about it. That's what happened. That's what happened. Now, I sure as shit know that the ending of the book is going to be like, if I needed Josie right now and she wasn't working, she'd be up on this panel having my back. Or she'd jump up on someone else's panel and have my back. And the same thing goes for Josie. If I'm available and she needs me, I'm going to click the link and I'll be up there and I'll have her back. And that's it. That's what we need to do in this community. We need to unite, and we need to have each other's backs. That's it. Like these Bill Jordans of the community who want to run from chat to chat to chat, who at one point we had their back when they were being dragged by a certain somebody and accused of all sorts of shit. And now they're in there cheering somebody on as Josie's being dragged. Get the fuck out of here. That's it. Get out of here with that shit. We don't want people that ain't fucking real. Gone with the wind.
The thing is, yeah, a lot of the drama is made up, okay? But when your phone number's put in the chat, okay, is that made up? When pictures of your family or your names or they're calling your job, is that made up? When they call CPS, is that fake drama? Is that made up? When they're attacking Angel's kids, is that made up?
Or somebody's sister who just passed away. Is that made up? Fuck no.
Right. When they were attacking Lee Cole's, when they were going after Lee Cole's brother, or they were going after someone's dead relative or whatever, is that made up? Because I agree. Some of it's made up.
And I think of like those memes that they were putting out. They were put out by that side, so they got they got some sympathy. And they could act like the victim. Look what they're doing to me. Look what they're doing to me. Look what they're doing to me. And that's the thing too. All right. Now we had this whole incident where they wanted us all to turn on Emery because he was racist. All right. And we stood our ground and we said he's not a racist and we're sticking by our friend. These fake memes they tried to put out, they tried to say that I did them. They tried to say MRE was doing them, and we stuck together as a community. You guys had my back and said it wasn't me. We have now these recordings that are going out with Lee Cole, whatever, that are however many months old. The other side's putting them out. Why? Because they want us all to turn on Lee Cole. Well, you know what? Let's do the opposite. Let's unite, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to put a bunch of fake shit out so that our whole side, we all turn on each other. Instead of turning on each other, let's unite. If I got a problem with somebody, like I said before, like when that recording came out, I didn't say anything about it. You know why? Number one, I was on vacation. Number two, I'm going to talk to Lee first before I go out and make some statement about it. So I know what the hell was going on when he said that shit. You know what I mean? Was I happy about it when I heard it? No, it didn't sound good, but I'm going to talk to him about it. I'm not going to go live and go off, whatever. But it's all, they want against each other. Instead, we should like come together. And that's it. What's up, Angel?
And the problem is, if someone is over there in those chats partaking in that shit, I'm telling you, cover your tracks and use a different name. Please. Really. Please use a different name. Because I have no problem with coming on here screaming at the top of my lungs and embarrassing whoever it is. But nothing, the drama in this genre, the drama is always made up, okay? Until it happens to you. Then it becomes real. But right now it's made up. It's made up that it's make-believe that Angel's daughter is getting accused of being a drug addict. It's make-believe. Right? It doesn't mean it's true. It's make-believe.
Or that they're bringing up her
it's make-believe.
Or they're bringing up a 12-year-old boy who passed away. That's all make-believe. Come on, guys.
I don't even know, like, how, like...
I would never be involved in any fake drama where they're dragging my kid or my parenting ever in a million effing years. So all these people who think that we're all conspiring behind the scenes to make up this drama, you're effing crazy. Because never in a million years would I throw my child under the bus or into this mix for some made-up BS. The end.
A 12-year-old kid that was hit by a car and killed.
It is sick, Angel. It's disgusting.
Whether it's Angel's brother, John Gotti's son, my brother, could you imagine what that must feel like? And all jokes aside, all money aside, all shit talking aside, all fake drama aside, How would you feel? I have a Maltese Chihuahua, okay? Max. And I have Milo. If you looked at my guys funny or touched one hair on them, I'd have no problem doing something I don't want to say on YouTube. I could imagine what it would if it was my kid. Forget it. Now, it's pretty plain to see that I don't have a relationship with FBI, right? That I don't have a relationship with Johnny Mac or Code. I'll tell you right now, and you could hate me for this, but I would never go after his kids, FBI. I wouldn't go after Johnny Mac's wife or kids. Code, I wouldn't talk about his parents. The only possession that I'll talk about that's important to them is that little 10-speed that Code rides around, okay? But the bike is fair game, right? Seriously. Because everybody tells me, relax, it's your birthday. It's, yeah, I know, it is. Relax, but how could you relax? How could I relax when I'm hearing what I was hearing last night? I didn't even realize it. You were telling me something. I'm like, what? Where are they doing this?
There's a
Where are the
difference too,
news
though.
coming from? Like what? They're just going in. The problem is that certain people came in the game and dirtied up the game because they can't look at themselves in the mirror. And that's what it really comes down to is you take, if anyone looks at themselves in the mirror and says, man, I'm ugly, or man, I hate myself, those people are the ones that are creating this because to do what they're doing, you can't have love. You can't love anyone or anything because you're just going after innocent people that have no. I mean, I don't get it. Like, what are they getting out of doing this? Is it like? I mean, I don't know. So now it's the close ranks time right now. It's time to like, all right, all hands on deck. No. They're going in the women's chats. Okay, maybe we should follow them and go after their people. Okay, and see how maybe we should go into their chats. Maybe we should go into the biker chats and talk about how Code, with the fucking tramp stamp patch on his ass. You know what I mean? We could talk about that.
Nut. How about nut? They sold their soul for super chats. It's because they have too much time on their hands. They sit around all day. Going at this Maria. Now they're going at Heidi. They went at Mac went after Heidi. What does Heidi do? Nothing. Heidi does nothing. I go on Heidi's show when we talk about sister wives. We talk about TV shows. She's been my friend for a long time. We used to work on a channel together. Get the F out of here. And she's black. I'm a racist, but my friend Heidi is black. Get the F out of here. But he tried to pull that crap over there, trying to say who we're allowed to have in our chat and who we're not allowed to have in your chat. Get the F out of here. He goes over and he's abusing a bunch of women. Why? Because the men over here, that you couldn't take the heat with the men over here, so now you're going over there and you're attacking grandmothers? That's what Mac and Code are doing. They went over to a women's community, put themselves head first, right, and started going at a bunch of grandmothers. That has nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. Women drama is women drama. Those women fight with each other. I've been in that community. That's their business. It's not for some two men, one of them who wears a bra and has some crazy eyebrows, to go and start making memes and thumbnails and going at a woman every single day. He tried that shit over here by going at me, by going at Angel, by going at Josie. This channel's NB8, right? What are we called? NB8? What are we called?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. There's a girl
NB8
and a guy.
Yeah.
Girl
Right.
and a guy. Girl and a guy. So he picks to go after the girl. And my kid, get the F out of here. That shows what type of man you are. Right there. And
Ask yourself this question. This is for everyone in the chat, the 80 people, okay? And I'm being serious. And just think about this.
AC.
Would you have code of the street, okay, come to your house for Sunday dinner when you have the ravioli and the gravy and the sausage and the meatballs? The people Johnny Mac, would you have FBI at your house? Hell no. Okay, wait a minute. Who else?
Maybe.
Code of the street. Think about all those guys. Seriously.
Think about what he
I'm
came.
not even saying it because I dislike them. I'm saying it because just look at them. They're the misfits of the world, basically.
Thank you, Danick.
They're the it's like, and they all have flocked together. I'm telling you, you would not have those people over for dinner. Absolutely not. Now, maybe you won't have me over for dinner, but here's the difference if you invite me over for dinner. Like, if you invited me over for dinner, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get a bottle of wine or some cake or something, and I'm going to put on cologne, and, maybe I won't wear a hat, and, like, I'll, dress nice, and I'll come in and I'll be respectful. This is like they're the polar opposite. They're like, what's his face from A Christmas Vacation? The dude that came in with the dog or whatever, Travis, whatever his name is, Randy Quaid or Dennis Quaid or whatever. Like, belching and just a dirtbag that you wouldn't even, like, they're the type of, okay, so, like, honestly, if you come into my house, you have to take your shoes off, right? You have to take your shoes off. Hand to God. If they came to my house, it'd be cleaner for them to keep their shoes on, okay? Because I wouldn't want their socks or whatever's in that shoe touching my floor. So just, you know what? Keep the shoe on. You stepped in dog shit, don't worry about it. Keep the shoe on. Just think about it. I mean, seriously. I don't know.
Yeah, but look how Danick says my honor.
I would have Josie over for dinner. I'd have Angel, Maddie. I mean, the people, I mean, seriously. Like, I'm thinking about it, and like, it makes sense. Not even because I'm friends with them, but you could just see, like, there's something about them that, like, there's just, like, there's substance to them. They have, like, class, basically. Or they're bullshitting. But I know these people, I got to be honest with you. I'm not going to joke about, someone dying or someone, like a kid I just never will go to those levels. And believe me, if I saw one of them, I would have no problem with punching them in the face or, hitting them in the head with a tennis racket or hitting them in the head with a baseball bat. And I'm being serious. I would have no problem doing that, but I won't go after their kids. I wouldn't go after their kids. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't. And the wife, and because it's just certain things you just don't do. And the certain things that they do it has just got the whole game upside down. So now it's getting more serious than ever that you can't be affiliated with these people. No, you can't. No. You can't listen, okay? You can't listen to those guys' shows. It's not happening. Because all you're doing is, you're building them up and you're helping them. It's almost like, you know what? People got to just, all right, let's just put our heads together. And obviously, it's going to be, the war that you're going to fight against them is completely different because you're not going to use like the dirty bomb. You're not going to use, like a nerve agent or, you're not going to use a weapon of mass destruction against them. You'll attack them, but you're going to draw the line. Because even now, I would draw the line. Like, I still would not go. you're just not going to go after the kids, the wife, and they're going to go after your kids, and they're going to do that. But it's like everything else. So we have to be even more vigilant, and we got to go 10 times harder than them, because we're fighting a war, according to certain laws that we live by. But when you're an informant and you're a turncoat, you don't live by any code of anything. It's the complete opposite. Your name is not code of the street, because you don't have a code. I mean, what is your code of the street? Like, what code are you following? Like, I would like to know. Is it the code of the turncoat?
I'll be back 1 sec because I gotta go to the bathroom.
What, like, code of the street? Okay, so I'm Bay 8th, right? Why? It's a street. Right? So he's coded the street, but what code do you live by? The code of the street. Those guys they go. So what you're saying then is that you have no morals, no nothing, because you're saying the street is just shit then. There's no codes, there's no laws, there's no bylaws, there's no nothing. It's just code of the street, which is to do anything. They're going after Heidi. What does Heidi have to do with anything that's going on, other than her coming on the show a couple of times, or her being a good person, or her trying to, bring certain people together? They're going after her? Okay. Right. I don't know. They target people that just listen to these shows. I'm pretty sure that most of the people that are against them don't think like that.
There's nothing straight about code. Look how code came into this community, though. It's like, there's Maria. This lady right here, Maria. Look, crochet corner. Maria's crochet corner. Mm-hmm. This is the person that Johnny Mac has been attacking and abusing and putting in his thumbnails every single day. She is about to be a grandmother. She goes to work every day. She's a married woman. A crochet channel. He knows nothing about the women drama. Nothing about it. Nothing about the women drama. But he jumps right into this community and wants to target her. Knows nothing about it. And I hope everybody, I'm going to drop the link, who's not subscribed. Subscribe to Maria and Ann. They've been doing a couple shows going at them. So we all got to stick together and help fight and that battle. Muscle's been helping.
Nothing, no.
Their chat supporting them.
Not for nothing. These people are some skeevy motherfuckers, man. I'm telling you, seriously.
But look how he came to the community. Remember code? Oh, I support MB, MRE, Angel. We don't attack women. MRE's not a racist. We push back. We push back. I support MB, MRE, Angel. Every single show. Every single show. Remember the stuff he was saying to us? Now look at all the ones he attacks. We don't attack women. We don't attack women. Now he's sitting over there attacking women.
And you know why, Code? Like, see, you guys don't even know how me and him fell out was I seen a bunch of messages that this thin gay line was sending Lauren, and I just went up to him like, homie, watch yourself with him. But, thin gay line has the connection to all the bikers. So he wasn't going to tell Kevin to go fuck himself, because then he won't get to talk to the president of the fucking Mickey Mouse fucking motorcycle club. 30 bikers. I don't know.
Oh, we called him. He came.
The CO? Wait a minute. The CO. Bikers are going to be down with a CO. I'm not saying that probably doesn't happen. Well, you ain't. Nah, man. Nope. I don't play it. No.
Yeah, but remember you were on the live with him, and there's like 13 people in chat, and he's telling you there's 30 bikers right now in here supporting me. 30 bikers, Joe. 30 bikers.
Because, and I'm going to say this, and it's not a bad thing towards Angel or her dad. So here's the thing about Gotti Sr. and men like him. Okay? People say if you cooperate, you cooperate. But then there's other people that say, well, you know what? I'm not telling on no street guy. I'm telling on a CO or a cop. Hardliners like her old man, nah. If you were a street guy and testified against a cop, in their book, you're no good. It's all forms. So therefore, those guys are not going to be caught dead with those people. It's just not going to happen. There's levels to it. People look at it and say, like, he's on, like he told on a cop. He's ratting on cops. He's not a rat. No. Like my old man, anything, any form of telling on someone or giving up information, you would be considered no good. Simple as that. There's just, those guys are like that. Like, oh, I only ratted out, I gave up corrupt cops. Right? I don't know. If someone gets arrested and he was dealing with corrupt cops and he gave up the cops, he didn't put anybody away. He put the cops in jail. Well, guess what? No. You're no good to certain people. So the fact that Code, okay, is with this dude and thinks that these higher ups in these, in these biker groups or whatever, no. They're gonna trust that guy.
Remember, he was all up Chicago's butt too, telling Chicago, "Oh, these guys, they verified you're real. These bikers told me they're real. You're real." And then, like, fast forward 2 weeks later, he's like, "Now the biker said he's fake. His biker friend said that he was fake. I know real guys. They told me he's fake. He's not really who he says he is." But 2 weeks ago he was. And then this whole Discord mafia thing. That turns out that now footage is leaked that it was all made up to troll. It shows your credibility. You're a liar. You're up there on your panel talking about some guy. God rest his soul. He's up in heaven. Whatever. You're a YouTube lawyer. Let's just say that. We all know who I'm talking about. How this YouTube lawyer of his had CPS come to his house for his daughter, and I called CPS on him and his daughter, and they came. She had clothes and food and stuff like that. The kid passes away. He doesn't even have a kid. Okay, you go into this whole story about when CPS walked in this guy's house, and they checked for his daughter's clothes and food and all this other stuff. You went into this whole story for a kid who didn't even have a daughter. So before you get up on your panel and you say something that is true, in fact, verify the information anyway. Accusing me of some shit, calling CPS on somebody who didn't even have a kid. And then you went into the whole story about what CPS did when they walked in that house and did to this little girl. That doesn't even exist, Code. Code did that. Code of the streets with his Discord I know it's true. I don't have any proof, but I know it's true. Even Johnny Mac says it's true, guys. Trust me, it's true. There's a Discord mafia. Fast forward 2 months, there's no Discord mafia. It was all something they did to troll.
Mm-hmm.
That shows their credibility right there. He didn't have a daughter, no. He didn't. The Code's YouTube lawyer who passed away, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. I don't want to drag
Mhm.
But no, he didn't have a daughter. He didn't have a wife. He didn't have a daughter. But there was a whole elaborate story by code of what happened to this kid when I called CPS on him, and what CPS did to his daughter, making sure that she had clothes and clean clothes and food and whatever else the story was. And he swore it happened.
The difference is like a guy like Chicago Muscle as opposed to the other side. The Chicago Muscle has morals. And how I know he has morals is because he stood up for me. He didn't even know who I was. But they did something to me that was ill-advised, and he spoke out about it. He didn't know me, but you could tell like he spoke out about it because it was one of those below the belt type of things. So if he didn't have any morals or he didn't have any conscience, he would have just, what do I care about this? No. See, so
He does his Chicago Muscle does
any
his
level.
research before he opens his mouth. He does his research. That's what he does before he puts anything out. And that's the same thing. Even my NB channel, I use their own words against them. All right, and like Joe said before, like we're not going to go at somebody's wife. Okay, NB's channel, when a certain wife would sit on a panel and she'd run her mouth, I would put the clips up of her running her mouth, or if she's talking about her kid being on drugs at 10 years old, without me saying a word, just playing her clips of her saying it. If you guys want to say that's attacking her kid, then whatever. But she said it from her own mouth. If I sat up here right now and said that 2 years ago my daughter was 10 years old and I let her smoke weed with me, I'm just making this up. This is not true. Every single one of those channels would have that clipped and talk about how I'm giving my kid doing drugs with my kid at 10 years old. You know for a fact they would. So there we go. What's up? What happened? Where did Maria say? We all got to stand by Maria and have her back because she does not deserve to be. She does not. He stood up for you too, yes. And we're all going to stand up for you. Everybody in this chat, make sure you subscribe.
Who is Maria?
Maria. I know Maria.
Content creator?
She's a content creator. And when I was over in the women's community, me and her were friendly. She's, I mean, like I said, these women, they go at each other. They say shit about each other. I'm not too keen on what the drama and who's fighting with who. Maria's always been kind to me. She has a channel with this girl, Ann. Ann's always been kind to me. No matter who I was, if Maria didn't like my friends, she might have fought with some of my friends. I might have fought with some of her friends, but me and her have always been kind to each other. Same thing with Ann. And Johnny Mac went in that community and just starts going at her. Never talked to her. How long could he have watched your channel to know what you've done or what you did, Maria? Because could he have even watched your channel? For him to even he picked a target and he's going at her. That's what he's doing. He's bullying her and going at her and he's abusing her and saying disgusting things about her. And I don't watch, but I've seen his thumbnails and others have watched and seen the shit that he's done to Maria. So Maria's a friend of mine from the women community, Joe, that now is being dragged, slandered, and abused by Johnny Mac when she's never talked about him before he talked about her.
Yeah, it's just really, really. But when you think about it, it does make a lot of sense. I mean, because
he left this community, he said, because it was listen, Johnny Mac left this community because he said it was too toxic or something. So he goes over there and starts fighting with all these women. That's what he did. He left this community because nobody wanted him anymore. So many people were releasing videotapes of him talking bad about his friends, people he claimed to be their friends. He was talking all sorts of crap about them. Nobody wanted Johnny Mac around her anymore. He's no good. Nobody wanted him. He ran out of groups to run through because he's lied, he's slandered, he makes up stories, he doesn't tell the truth. He makes up memes about his own goddamn family with his friend over there, JC, that put them out to cry that they're picking on me. That's the type of shit. That's the type of sick shit. He claims somebody called his wife's job. He never posted any proof. I never called his wife's job, but I have proof that he called CPS on me. People have seen the paperwork. I can't post it because I'm not putting something out there with my kid's name and her information. Joe's seen the paperwork. Chicago Muscle, Josie, people I trust. Actually showed Maria the paperwork too. People I trust have seen it. I'm not putting it up on YouTube so people can fucking get my kids' information.
You know what I was thinking of? I sparked something in my brain, which doesn't happen often, but I'm saying to myself, like, all right, so code of the street.
Code is over there too attacking this, Maria.
No, it's not. No, what is the codes? What is the codes of the street? Okay, so if I had time or I gave a damn, I'd actually sit and say, all right, code of the street is some sort of ethics, right? You're saying like you have some sort of like, you know.
Oh, shitters like, made it to chat, Gonzo.
If you look at if there were codes of the street, these unwritten street rules, if you listed them, he's the complete opposite of what you would say, right? Like the code of the street is you keep your mouth shut, right? You don't open your mouth, right? You're not associating with people, you know, that cooperate. All right, he broke that one. You know, maybe code of the street is you leave women and children out of it. Look what he does with kids and look what he does with women. Now, even if he wasn't doing it, okay, the people he's down with, they do it. So he might as well be doing it because you can't sit there and say, well, you know, he attacks women and children, but I don't. Yeah, but you're with him. You're part and parcel of his, you know, operation. So what codes that the unwritten codes, if you listed them, you probably would see that name, he's the complete polar opposite of it. He has no code. He has no nothing. He has zero.
Code does live with his parents. He sure does. He sure does live with his parents. And it doesn't matter who Maria went at. That's girl shit. If I was to go at another woman right now, Joe ain't getting involved. That's women stuff. He's not going to say disgusting things about another woman on here if me and her are arguing.
Yeah,
that's not for Joe to get involved. You know what he would try to do? He would try to tell me to calm down. Let it go. Yeah. Relax, Lauren. Relax. Yeah. Relax. Why don't you try to talk to her and work it out? What happened? Tell me the story. He probably would reach out to the girl and call her a sweetheart. And then I tell Joe off for 3 days. And then I'd be like, you know what, Joe, you're right. Maybe I should just drop it. Okay. And then, but he wouldn't go at the chick and say disgusting things about her and make thumbnails of her every day. Johnny Mac has a co-host since when? Since when? His co-host was who was his code in Gacy, and who jumped up with him before? I really think that has some kind of obsession. I seen a clip of him the other day, and he was talking about Bathe like in Tupac. So he did something with Tupac.
Oh, the Tupac.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh my God, he's such a fucking idiot. I would love. I would love. This would be like a dream. Stand up, girl. I come in my pants. I come in my pants. Someone came up to me, one of these guys, and called me Tupac to my face. I come in my pants. The odds of that happen are about as much as what? Yeah, exactly. Those are your odds.
Look at the way he treated his wife. Chicago Muscle put it all out there. So that just shows.
Tupac. Good one. Tupac. That one has to come from the Gunsmoke, the groupie. I can't, you know what? Gunsmoke has been through enough. I apologize to him. I did. Because let me tell you something. The neighborhoods where he lives, you could hide behind curtains. The neighborhood I lived in, if you hid, you would it'd be better. It would have been better for him to come out and get his head kicked in than hide behind the curtain. Because if that got around that you hid behind the curtain, you wouldn't want to live anymore, my friend.
He wrote a letter to Paul Leonetti. Is that who he wrote a letter to? Is that who's the person? He wrote a letter to Paul Leonetti.
Phil Leonetti.
Phil Leonetti. Okay, I don't know these mob people. Okay, that says enough for him. You saw that letter he wrote?
Scarpo's nephew.
He wrote a letter to him. He did a whole making ceremony. What's up, Seymour Scagnetti? He did a whole making ceremony. I'm sorry, Steve. I don't know these people's name. Phil. What did I call him? Phil Leonetti. I mean, that says enough about Gunsmoke.
All right. It's okay. Wait a minute. Let's cut the chase, okay? Forget about what he said, okay? The equivalent would be that if Phil Leonetti was standing in front of him, he'd be on his knees sucking Phil Leonetti's
pee-pee.
And no exaggeration. I'm not saying it. It's that or even more. He would probably turn him around and do something. You know what I mean? With his tongue. I mean, it was like a letter that was along that line. It wasn't like, yo, man, you're cool.
I'm gonna get it and read it. Hold
like,
on.
nah, man. It was like, take me, I'm yours. You know what I mean? Like if you were here, you could have me type thing. You know what I mean? Like,
hello, my name is Chris. Mr. Leonetti. Listen, I'm going to read it right now. February of 2013. Mr. Leonetti. Hello, my name is Chris. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Queens, New York. I've read your book front to back about 7 times already. It might sound weird to say, but I've been a fan of you and your Uncle Nicky for a number of years now. I also have tremendous respect for Salvi Testa. I gotta blow it up. My friends tell me in a former life I was a part of Costa Nostra. That's that LCN thing, Costa Nostra. I would like to ask if maybe there's a chance we could see your book adapted into a movie. I think if it would be great to see you and your uncle's life played out on the big screen. I think the world needs another great gangster film. We haven't had any good mob flicks since Goodfellas and Casino, and those were 20 years ago. There's talk of a film about John Gotti Jr.'s life story being produced, but they're gonna have John Travolta play John Gotti Sr., which sounds horrible to me. It's sad because I'm a huge fan of John Gotti as well, but now he hates John Gotti because he doesn't like Angel. But in 2013, up until March, he loved John Gotti. Loved John Gotti. He even talked about touching his pecker to mafia movies and John Gotti, which is sick. I believe a movie about your life with your Uncle Nicky could have a potential to be a classic, just like Goodfellas, Casino, and even Godfather. Hopefully you'll consider my suggestion about the movie idea. Also, I want to ask if maybe there's a chance in hell you would visit your Uncle Nick in prison before he dies. I understand you hate him with passion, but he's a dinosaur now who's been rotting in prison for over 25 years. Aren't you just a little curious to see where his head is at now, at the present day? I'm sure you have questions for your uncle that you want answered. What do you have to lose by giving him one last visit? I don't mean any disrespect in asking you this, Mr. Leonetti. I would be truly honored and literally shit my own pants if you were to personally respond to me or have an associate answer me back on your behalf. Sincerely wishing you the best. Chris Gunsmoke the Don. Insert his last name, which I won't say. True story, he wrote that. You can find it on the website, Ask a Real Gangster or something like that. I forget where I found it. It's called Ask Crazy Phil a Question. Mafia Prince Phil Leonetti, worldpress.com. So that's where he wrote that.
Oh, you guys thought I was joking when I said he'd give him a blowjob. I know. It was even worse. His uncle would fucking kill him, okay? It's not like talk to him. It's not like, they had a fucking little falling out where, you know, he stole $12 from him. He's oblivious to the world if he wrote that.
No, he wrote it. Does anybody know if he ever responded, like, to the videos we put up about him writing that letter? What was his response? Does anybody know if he's ever responded, or did he just ignore that whole thing being put out?
Nicky Scarfo is one of those guys that I told you, if you ratted on the cops, he would call you a rat. There would be no talking. He wouldn't talk to him. No, he wouldn't sit with him. He wouldn't, family or no family. If he saw him, he'd try to kill him. At 83 years old at the time, I'm sure he was 80. He died at like 90, but at the time of this letter, he was probably 85 years old. And if he seen his nephew, he would try to kill his nephew at 85 years old. Bobby Mann is another one of the guys that if you were a cop, you know, you told on cops, you're no good.
I know nothing about these people. I think I didn't even call him the right name, Leonetti. But either way, that's cringy.
Yeah. Right. Like
that's
my
right
grandparents, my grandparents, my grandmother, guaranteed.
No way.
If someone came to her house and I was in there, okay? The beating I'd get going outside wouldn't be half as bad as the beating I'd get staying inside. And that's serious. And that's not my grandfather, that's my grandmother. She'd be like, you better take your fucking ass out there right now. So, yeah, exactly. Rick Ross. Perfect example.
So now what I'm going to do is I've been baking a cake for Joe's birthday. So right now I'm going to present it to him.
Hopefully this cake will be done by next year.
It's in the shape of a baseball card.
The people that sent money, thank you.
It's in the shape of a birthday. It's in the shape of a baseball card.
I'm telling you right now, okay? If you don't send me money right now, I'm not doing this shit for free. It's my birthday, and I'm here yelling and getting all hyped up, and I didn't get a penny. You know what? You have Netflix. Carol, Steve, Vito, you have Netflix? No. Forget it. You have cable? You pay for cable? Cancel it. I'll be on every day. You could send me the money. That's it.
Yeah, tomorrow at tomorrow.
I'll do shows. I'll keep you entertained.
Let me play this real quick. I'm going to just play the audio for this and not show it. It's on Chicago Muscle and Lee's channel.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Yes, 6 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern, I will be having a surprise guest on, along with Chicago. The surprise guest is really upset what's been going on with them because of false things being said about their family. We're going to talk to one of them people. We're going to have Chicago here. We're going to talk about several other things. And if you think you can tell me who I can have on my show, you're wrong. Chicago will be here tomorrow. We will be doing a show. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. You know, you guys get away with a lot of stuff. Usually I don't say nothing back. Tomorrow's going to be a very special show. Can't wait to you, everybody. Please come see our show. It's going to be well worth it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, people. Hello, people. So tomorrow at 6 p.m. But he says that, he said that he never says anything about it. Thank
Was
you.
that today?
Yeah, he
Is
just put
today
that up a little
tomorrow
while
or
ago.
tomorrow?
So tomorrow there's going to be a show at 6:00, and he told me to relay the message to you to have a happy birthday and hit him up, and he'd love to have you on too as a special guest.
Thank
Wait a
you.
minute, I just gave up the special guest. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. No,
You would thank you, Steve. He would never. He doesn't want me on his shows. He said
okay.
I promote too much violence. He said.
No, I just made that up then, I guess. No.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys tune in. Chicago Muscle will be on Lee Cole's show with some special guests. A couple people will probably hop on, and let's take some action. Let's take some.
Because you know what? We all got to start thinking logically. And what I mean by thinking logically is, people should be able to have a show and not have to worry about their kids getting attacked and stuff like that. It's really ridiculous at the end of the day. I mean, you can't even fathom how, like, I don't know if I have enough hatred.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Teresa. He'll get his
anyone to where I would make fun of a kid that got killed, someone's brother, like a Joy Faraci. Like, how do you not have, like, how do you really got to look at yourself at the end of the day and say, you know what, I'm supporting this guy, and look at what he did. And we're all guilty of it at one time or another. Like, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. Let it roll off your back. I know, because it's Joy's brother that got killed. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's easy to let that roll off your back, but it won't roll off your back if it's your brother. And I'll keep saying that because that's the truth. People want to start a channel. They got to worry about what? Because they come in the chat and Teresa Murphy is a nice woman and she's supportive, that she's got to be attacked because she's just over here. I mean, I don't know. It almost seems like it just shouldn't be happening that way.
Yeah, everybody please check out the Justice for Alan Kaiser Facebook group. I don't have a link to it. If one of my mods does, please post it. Because I don't have Facebook. But everybody go check it out on Facebook. Give it a thumbs up. And we also want to give a big shout out to Dominic at We Push Back.
Definitely.
Everybody please
check
out. I just posted it. Wait for it to come up on. Wait a second, and I will post it. Please check out the WePushback.com website and the WePushback.com YouTube channel. And
Josie's book.
Yes.
I'm telling you. Trust me. This is like a real book. This is not no if someone sent me this as a gift, because I like to read and I have a lot of books. I have a library at my house. This book is right there. I mean, it's put together well. It really is. And you could see that, she put time and effort into this. And
shout out to Kane Shades too for the novellas.
Kane Shades, my man, good guy.
Shout out to him for the novellas. I'm going to drop his link. Everybody, he's going to have the novella finale, I think, on Friday. So Kane Shades link. And Josie.
We have something brewing, me and Kane Shades. Thank you, Lori, my love. And thank everyone who wished me a happy birthday and sent me messages. I appreciate it. Thank you. And so the MobTube Chronicles, where could you get that? At Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon now. It's available on Kindle too, on your Kindle. So go to Amazon and
I want a signed copy.
Well, we have to send it to Josie to sign it. She'll sign it for us.
Yep, that would be great. But it's honestly, it's really, I'm blown away because even
I told you, I gave you the book.
Reading the names, I'm like, man, how'd she come up? Because she does, there's certain names are adjusted. And
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, who's
anybody
that?
who's butthurt
I'm like,
about what she wrote in the first one has to be crazy, okay? Because it's just the beginning. A lot has changed over the past year. All right. Like I said, even me and her at the beginning, we went at it and we said some pretty cruel and vicious things to each other. So if that was put in the book, I'm supposed to be mad at that? That's what happened. But I sure as hell know at the end of the book, it ain't going to be NB and Josie saying horrible things about each other. So you're mad about the beginning. Wait for the end. You people are so butthurt. Maybe you should not have said those things a year ago, but you did say those things, and it is what it is. And I can't read. This is racism. Sean, can you read fingers? Because if I got 5 of them, and there's 2 on one side, 2 on the other, what's left in the middle? I'm joking with you. That's enough. Somebody goes in Josie's chat, and they're like, well, I can't read or write. And she's like, oh, I feel so bad for her. I'm like, Josie, they're writing in chat right now and reading the chat.
I would love to know who the special guest is tomorrow on Lee's show.
Chicago Muscle.
Didn't he say he has a special secret guest?
Yes, he does. He didn't tell me actually who the secret guest was, but he did invite you on.
I'm looking. You know what? So in the back of Josie's book,
I'm good at
channels. It has channels of interest. Okay, so let's see who could be coming on. I'm going to read some channels, and maybe you guys could take your pick. MRE Angel, Lee Cole and Danny Trio. They'll probably be on. Justice Tech Pro.
No, Danny Trio. Danny Trio's not it.
Muscle. Wood. Maddie Marinad and Zio Lesso. That would be a good one. Kane Shades, Convict Inc., Armchair, no. Assassinino, Rat Trap City, Mobland 1, Redzilla, FBCC, Fat Bold Cockcaller, Chris Trock, DJ No Nevermind, or Never No Mind, Adama, Jerry Gambuti, Moses Heaps.
Wait, what about us?
Yeah, I skipped that.
Oh.
We're in there, but honestly, I don't know. Maybe.
Well, he said Chicago's definitely going on. Danny Stories has a good channel. Everybody subscribes to Danny Stories.
Yeah, she's gonna. I'm sure the next one. Story.
More.
Jerry Gambuti, my brother. Thank you. He's got a good channel. He's a good guy, Jerry. He really is.
Who did Time for Murder? I don't know who you're talking about. My chance got gone. Yeah, Chicago's going to be on with Lee tomorrow. Moses Heaps is a good guy. I know Moses Heaps from the Durkee-verse for a while.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's over in he does a lot with Rick Sanchez in the Durkee-verse.
So that Sasquatch kid, he's Durkee or?
He's Durkee-verse or Worky-verse. I don't know. I got to look through the Durkee thing that I got, the Durkee Discord, but I didn't look through there yet. But I'm sure Sasquatch is he's part of that whole Worky-verse. I think they call it a Worky-verse now. Everybody subscribe to Teresa Murphy. Teresa Murphy has a channel. Rat Trap City. Are you guys still doing your soccer thing?
What's up, Rat Trap City? How is Danny Trio doing? Is he off the air?
Yeah, he's done.
I tell you what, he's a smart guy. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how anyone who
is he a smart guy, or did he let them bully him off the internet? I don't know. No. Guaranteed they didn't bully him off the air. I'm saying if he runs a business, I don't know how we would have time. I mean, if you think about it, like, I don't know. If I'm working 10, 12 hours a day. Durkee-verse. Turkey was in a show, The Wild, Wonderful Whites of West Virginia. Now, I think maybe Danny's the special guest tomorrow.
Yeah, so there you go.
But either way, Danny and Lee have a friendship. So whatever they worked out with their partnership and him leaving, that's between them.
Yeah, I never met him. I've never talked to him. I mean, I think he's from Brooklyn, the guy. So
Got here late, just home from work. Hi, everyone. Gigi Gorgeous. Welcome to the celebration.
who's
We are
that?
celebrating. I am just finishing up this baseball card cake I've been working on all day. It is 4 layers.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
No milk, though. You can't have milk with it because it's going to give you a stomach ache.
Is Sean like? Is he like Is he like trolling or is he like?
Okay, me and
Because it's
you,
like I
believe,
don't know. Like he's making
Sean's cool.
comments. Like I don't know. Danny Trio is poo poo. I mean I don't know. I don't understand what that means.
I think him and Lee go back and forth, but Sean, I've actually sat on panel. He's shown his face on Maddie's show. So Sean hops on panel and he shows his face. Him and I think Lee go back and forth sometimes.
Okay.
Whatever.
I don't know. I don't know if he's
cool. Sean's
joking
cool.
or he's serious.
He's cool. No, he's I don't. Maybe he's not joking. Maybe Danny. He thinks Danny, but I don't know. But I know Sean.
So Vinny Bracco says he went to school with him.
Danny Trio, yes. Vinny Bracco did say he went to school with Danny Trio, but Vinny Bracco also said Tony Pizza is the real deal.
Yeah.
But we love Vinny.
Vinny Bracco, I mean,
let's give Vinny Bracco a shout out.
Let's not forget that I asked him to open the window in my sports room.
Oh my God.
The window, and for 6 months he had a cast on his arm.
No, he put tape on his finger. He had tape on his finger.
I asked him to open the window.
I'm hungry. I can't wait to eat this cake.
I'd stay on longer, but I'm telling you, I'm really into this MobTube Chronicles. It's like, I mean, it's really, it's got a little bit of everything. Has a little bit of comic relief. The names, that was good, man. The names, I like the names.
Are you going to give that back to me when you're done, or you're keeping it? Do we need 2 of them?
Order another one. I want to keep this one. Or you know what? I'll give you this one back, and I'll take the new one.
But she's going to have a second one coming out, so maybe not, because before we know it, the MobTube 2 is going to be out.
I want it signed. Oh, well, you know what?
Because you know what I mean? She's making, this isn't her only book. This is just part 1. I don't know, like, what, I can't see, I don't know, you don't call it chapter 1, but it's like book number 1. There's going to be a couple different.
Yeah,
it's the whole like series. So.
Rowling. She's like the J.K. Rowling of YouTube, and she's going to have, it's going to be like, Harry Potter.
She brought her ass in this community, right? Fucking, however she got it. I remember MRE shouted her out, and I was like, this lady's a fucking nut. And then I was like, oh, wait, I like her. She's going at Lee. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't like her. She's going at me. MRE, What are you doing? What do you do? He's like, I know what I'm doing. She's a good lady. She's a good lady. She's a good lady. And MRE was like shouting her out. MRE found her channel somehow. Maybe she was in his chat. Maybe she was a subscriber and in his chat. But all of a sudden he was shouting her out. And I'm like, what are you doing? This lady seems a little nutty. I'm like, wait a minute, I like her. Wait a minute.
Is Jesse okay? So this is where I think it went in reverse, what you're talking about. Because he says something about Jesse. He navigated me through murky waters of YouTube and was a tremendous help to me in the days ahead.
It is on audio, Gigi. No, it's not on audio. I'm sorry.
What do you think about that statement?
Just start over. I'm sorry. I was reading chat.
You know when she's describing some of the characters, the cast of characters?
Okay, but this is a year ago.
Right. No, I'm saying, right. So what I'm saying is, you're like, well, if she wrote something bad about you, maybe in the next one, it'll be rectified. Like, you started off beefing.
Yeah.
Are they still together?
Her and Jesse, no.
Right. So I'm sure in the second one, she might not have the nicest things to say about him, from what I understand.
Maybe not.
Yes or no? I mean, I don't know. I thought
I
they
don't
had
know,
a
but there's
beef.
certain people. See, I don't think I don't even know the whole story of her and Jesse not working together anymore. I think he was just going to go do his own thing. But certain things when
Oh,
like,
okay. So
like
they
certain
parted.
people, I don't know if it was a bad split or a good split, because there's certain people you have a respect for. You're friends with them for so long. You work on a channel together, and then if something bad happened or they just went their separate ways for whatever reason, that's their business. They didn't put it out there, and that's the way Fringe should separate if they need to separate for whatever reason. They just go their
Right.
separate ways. They don't need to put each other's business out there. And I'm not even saying they might not even have like some kind of bumpy pit. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know the situation with it. She's never brought it up to me. She just said Jesse's doing his own thing. That was it. And out of respect for him, having a friendship with her, she hasn't said anything bad about him to me. I'm not saying anything bad did happen, but that's how people should go their separate ways when they have love for each other at a certain point. And that's it. Now, when I get mad at Joe, you all know I will not bite my tongue.
Not even on my birthday. I don't even get a pass on the birthday. I don't
I
even
said
get a
something
pass
in
on
here.
the
I said something in here today. I'm
birthday.
sitting here making you a cake for like an hour.
Yeah.
Here we
know
go.
What you did. You know what you
No,
did.
you know what you did.
No.
Yeah, you did.
Nope.
Again.
Oh, President Biden is giving a speech right now. And all I keep thinking about is I'm ready to take a nap. Looks like he's ready to take a nap too. I don't know. It's
So it's
hold on a second. Hold on. So anyway, I would like to say Lee Zeldin, okay, who ran for governor unsuccessfully, went to school with Mrs. NB. Thank you, C. That's C the homie from across the pond, right?
C's our
He's been
friend,
on the
yes.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, C's our friend.
So
Cake.
he conceded Lee Zeldin. Maybe that's the special guest Lee's going to have on. Lee Zeldin? That would be cool. So when I was voting yesterday, right, I got so pissed off because there's certain like ballot, it's like the judges.
What did we do to bore people? Do you think people are just leaving work now? All of a sudden, we lost like 30 people. You 30 people who left us, F you, on Joe's birthday. You guys are going to leave us? We were up to like 80 something before.
It's 2 hours.
Oh, now three more just left on Joe's birthday. As I'm sitting here slaving over a hot stove making a cake, you guys are going to dip out of our chat before we say
No,
bye.
we're leaving. I got to go.
No, I have to go, actually. Joe?
So Lee Zeldin lost. But like on the ballot, there was people running uncontested, but it had them in like they were in the Democratic spot, Republican, and independent. The same person. So I'm like, what does that mean? That the person is, Democrat or Republican and independent? It was stupid. Then this Andrew Lanza, who's a state senator, he had no competition. Toddfather, yes, Toddfather. You said hello, Toddfather. I know. But don't you text me, Toddfather? I got to respond to you on the show too? Let me tell you, Toddfather, check out Toddfather's videos, okay? Listen, if you're looking to lose weight, don't subscribe to Toddfather's show.
Well,
because
the name of our show was
I got hungry. I got hungry last night.
Okay, the name of our show is Bible Study. Should we just talk about that Bible verse?
Yeah, but hold on. I want to answer Sean real quick because this is a true statement. So, Sean, what happened was, honestly, I thought it was a conspiracy because I went to vote last night. The lines were so long, right? I almost said, screw it, I'm not going to vote because I'm a Republican and I voted for Lee Zeldin. So I'm like, it's a waste of time because, a Democrat's going to win anyway. So I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is a great ploy by the Democrats. They hire all these people to work at the voting booths. They make sure they're slow as shit because I'm telling you, a lot of people would walk away. See, like Sean says, as a Republican, it's a waste of time. The truth is, Sean, a lot of people think that way, and that's why they can't win the Republicans. But this race was closer than I thought it would be. Because everybody on Staten Island is a Republican. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm a Republican. All right. But I don't vote party lines. I'm not one of those guys. You know what I mean? I vote if, like, for example, the way I vote is if you're Italian, I'll vote for you. You know what I mean? So
love
that's
is
how I do
patient.
it.
Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Corinthians 13:4.
So what I'm saying is if Andrea Fatali was on the ballot, I'd vote for him.
Don't you know that you yourselves are God's temple and that God's spirit dwells in your midst? Whew, man, that was spiritual.
Sean, Sean, you live in New York, Sean? Or you're in Cali?
Daddy?
Did I scare Christina away?
She had to go get worms.
Because I was yelling and stuff.
No, she had to go get worms.
I just want you guys to
know.
soon.
Christina's coming here soon.
That I'm telling you, when I heard what they're doing to Angel's daughter, and like some of the shenanigans with, Teresa Murphy and some of the women, seriously, it's like, come on, man.
Do not be anxious about anything, Joe, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of all God, which transcends all understandings, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Amen. The things that they are doing to these women in this community, number one, is disgusting. The things that they're doing to Angel's daughter, the things they've said about my child who's 12 years old is disgusting.
Yep.
The things that they are doing to family members who have nothing to do with this, the real life shit that they're doing is disgusting. Come at our arguments, make fun of my looks all day long, make fun of Joe's toes, call Joe gay eighth. Joe actually has a pretty hairy back. That's something you guys can make fun of.
Completely not true.
I am the one with the hairy back. But I wanted to blame it on you. You can't just take the blame for that one? You're going to make me take the blame for that? All right, so I'm the one with the hairy back. Make fun of that.
We got to get together, and we got to fight them. And we got to
repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what is honorable in the sight of all, if possible, so far as it depends on you. Live peacefully with all.
Are you? This sounds like Edward Jimenez is like writing this. Is this him?
No, I just Googled some uplifting quotes that are spiritual.
He's very uplifting.
No, next they're going to say I'm racist against religion. But I am going to have to get going, Joe, because I got to go, where? I got to go. I got to be there.
It's like I could be cursing and screaming and like cursing the world. And Edwin's like, you're a good soul, Joe.
It's hysterical.
We love you.
Does Chuck need some more uplifting quotes? Because I got another one. You will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on you because he trusts in you. Peacemakers who sow in peace recap a harvest of righteousness. Submit to God and be at peace with him. In this way, prosperity will come to you. Accept intuition from his mouth and lay up his words in your heart. Job 21.21-22. I'm
Now
not
you
even.
know why audio books are so big and prevalent nowadays, right? You guys know?
I'm
You guys
not
know
even.
why audio books are
This
like
is
taking over.
the
Listen
Lord
to
lift
her
up his
read.
credence. No, I can't say that word, so I
Thank
will
you,
not say
Cuban.
that one.
Thank you,
For to
David and
us a
Teresa.
child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Isaiah
Don't you have to go?
9:6.
Don't you have to go? And we've been on long. There's other
I
people that want to
what
go
I
on.
really
Let's
need to do. No, what I really need to do is I need to get this cake out of the oven because
Teresa, did you get in touch with Lauren
uh
for our little rendezvous?
I was away. The last time she texted me, I was in Florida, and I wasn't really responding to anybody because I was on vacation. And sometimes
Rendezvous.
away, I get a little tipsy, so I get a little nervous about drunk texting or something. So I try
Why
not to
don't
talk
you
to
go,
people who don't
Teresa,
know.
why don't
Yeah,
you go tan or do something? Get your nails done. Go
you can.
tan.
Hey, Cuban B, what's up? You're gonna have to rewind and start at the beginning because I must get this cake out of the oven.
I
Just
gotta get going.
Just don't be a disrespectful lunatic, Joe. That's what David said to you.
He really?
David just
I'm
told you
not
don't be a
when am
disrespectful
I
lunatic.
disrespectful? I'm
I don't
never
know. Ask David. David's the one who said it to you. This is why
David. Come
people tell
on, man.
David to behave in chat. And Bill Jordan, do not come back here. Because
I don't know if
you think
that's
you're
the right
doing
Bill
the
Jordan. I feel that are you sure that's the real Bill Jordan? Because
Bill
the Bill
Jordan,
Jordan I know
who
is
stuck up
a pretty
for,
cool guy.
David is not the devil. That is Bill Jordan because I went to his profile and I saw a video on there that
Thank
he
you,
made
Steve.
of him cleaning windows. And
Where is Slick? He must be working, Mike Slick. I wanted to thank he reached out to me today and wished me a happy birthday. I want to say thank you.
Mike
Thank you
Slick,
to
get your ass in
everyone.
here. Mike Slick. Okay, the last 5 minutes we got to not say curses, so we got to not curse for 5 minutes. Can we do it?
Yep.
So I want
Yeah,
to
and
thank.
that whole the Del Strain thing with SoFlo in them, I don't think that's the real one. This Del Strain seems like he's a good guy.
But Delstrain, you can't call. Oh man, I gotta go. I really gotta go. I'm getting a call that I'm not where I'm supposed to be. So you
All
want to end
right,
this?
guys. Yeah, I'm ending it now. I'll end it. Thank you,
Everybody have
guys.
a good day.
Claudio, thank you. C, David, everybody, Teresa, anybody who sent me money. I'll never see it, but thank you. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's a clone. I know, David. Well, look at it this way, David. You're big time now. When you get yourself an evil twin, thank you, Monto. When you get yourself an evil twin, you know you made it. Yeah. It's all good, Delstrain. We know you're a good guy. Thank you, Rat Trap City, Teresa. Chuck, sorry, man. We're going to be doing some sports stuff. Really, really, Gigi Gorgeous, thank you. We're going to be doing sports stuff real soon. I'm in talks right now with the man down in Miami, and we're going to work something out. Not that man down in Miami. You know the guy, the good guy from Miami. Claudio, 47. And I'm not happy about it either. As a matter of fact, I am saddened by this. Saddened. But thank you, guys. Shout out to everyone. Love you guys. Go Knicks. I think we got a game that we're possibly going to win. And I'm sure we'll be doing a show real soon. Maybe in a couple of hours. Thank you, guys. Have a good one. Ding, ding.